This is AJ Jacobson with Rivals.com. I'm talking to Coach Jim Mastro. Here we are, Media Day 2019 for the Rose Bowl, for the 2020 Rose Bowl, which is coming up in a couple days. Coach, how's your week been so far with practicing?
It's been good. We try to keep the routine the same. Obviously, some distractions, with all the events and stuff, but for the most part, it's been business as usual.
You're in a fortunate position that you've got a nice crew of athletes in your unit that you're able to rotate them in. Talk a little about the rotation, the different skill sets that your various guys bring to the table.
Yeah, well, obviously you have CJ, who's your home run threat, and physical runner, runs in between the tackles. Travis, your more elusive guy that can go the distance. And Cyrus, your short yardage goal line, pass protection back. So, you have a back that rushed for over 1,000 yards, one that's close to 800 yards, and one that has 10 touchdowns. So, it's a pretty good problem to have.
Yeah, and I look at those guys, and they could start for almost every team in the nation, but you're lucky enough to have them all on your unit. Let's talk with CJ Verdell. Verdell, tough guy, but he can also make guys miss. What's the strength of CJ's game?
Well, he's a physical runner, but he can also be elusive. And you get a physical runner, sometimes they're not the home run threat, but he is. He can take it the distance in a second. So he does a really good job of knowing when to use his physicality and knowing when to use his elusiveness. He understands the situations, and he's came light years, since last year to this year as far as understanding the whole game and understanding when to be physical and when to be elusive.
Yeah, and then you mentioned Cyrus. That guy's really increased his game, his range of what he can do for you. He was just a short yardage guy last year. Now it seems like he's a guy you can give the ball to in any position in the field. Talk about how he's improved himself to put himself in that position.
He became a complete back. He can do it all now, and from his freshman to his sophomore year, he kind of took his game to a new level. A little bit faster, a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. Like you said, we have three guys that you can play with and win with. And so the problem is there's only one ball to go around, but those three guys are as supportive as one another as you can ask for. And when their number's called, they know they got to produce. And so far all year they have. And a lot of times, this is a generalization, but a lot of times running backs can be a little, self-centered or whatever. These guys are not that type of guy. These guys are very team-oriented people. They're nice young men to talk to. How much has that, their personalities helped their game? Oh, it's incredible. And the thing is you want a running back to be a little selfish. You want him to be in the game the entire time. They want the ball. That's what you want. And all three of the guys want that. But they also understand that they're team players. They understand to win a game, you can't play with one. And they kind of take that. They kind of thrive on it. They root for each other. But when their number's called, they know they have to produce. And like I said, so far this year they have.
The one thing about high school running backs, they're the top-notch guys, is they aren't asked to block that much. To play for you, they're going to have to block. Talk about what the process is to get them into position so they can be good blockers.
Yeah, that's the biggest obstacle between playing from high school and getting to college is understanding protections. You got to protect. You're going to be blocking some big-time backers and big-time outside linebackers. We work it every day. It's a mindset. It's a weight room thing, but it's something that we drill every single day. And they understand that their day's going to end early if they can't protect the quarterback. And so it's kind of like fear motivation. You want to play? Well, you better protect the quarterback. And those guys have taken it and came light years in 1 year. And we still have a ways to go, but they're still young, but they're getting better, and they take pride in it. That's what I like. They take pride in, protecting the quarterback and making sure that guy's clean.
And the other thing I think your unit does a great job of is protecting that football. Their fundamentals of ball protection are quite good. How much effort do you put into that on a daily basis in practice?
Oh, it's that and protecting the quarterback are constant, 24/7. Even with a text message in the middle of the night, like, hey, and I'll send a picture of a practice clip, ball security wasn't good, and again, you have to protect the football. And so far, knock on wood, they've been really good this year, and that's something we drill every day, and they take pride in it. Like they take pride in that, and they take pride in protecting our quarterback. And those, as a running back, those are the two most important things you can do. We all know you can run the ball. We all know you can do all that stuff. But those two things you have to do.
When a young man shows up on campus, how do you get across to him you're not going to play if you can't block?
That's the first thing I say. Yeah, no blocky, no rocky. That's kind of, we use that term, and they understand it. And we drill it from day one. And before we even give them the ball, they're blocking blitzes. They're blocking protection. They're understanding our protection schemes. We ask our running backs to do a lot in this offense. They have to be pretty smart. We do a lot of things in protections with them. We do a lot of adjustments, and they have to understand it. And once they understand that, then we'll move on to giving them the ball. And it's kind of the process.
Outstanding. Well, Coach Jim Mastro, thank you so much for taking the time. Talk to Rivals.com. Thank you, man.
Actually,